if Microsoft does buy Netflix, they are expected to do so at a 30% premium to the current share price of Netflix. Hi guys, it's Doc Carey, and there are rumors that Microsoft is buying Netflix. I'm going to give you my Netflix price prediction, plus I've got an update for you on Tesla, and I've got to tell you what economic news moved the markets higher today. So let's get into it. The stock market rose by about 1.5% on Wednesday after the consumer confidence data came in higher than expected. Now, truth be told, this was also a technical bounce, which is why I had sold my put options on Monday, because I did believe the stock market just technically was due to rise. I also think the stock market technically is going to rise again on Thursday before topping out on Friday and then continuing to fall next week. And while consumer confidence data was better than expected, home sales were not. Home sales fell more than 7% in November. That is the 10th straight month in a row of declines. Home sales are now down 35% year over year. And while the number of homes being sold continues to go down, the price of homes continues to increase, at least according to the official HUD data. But commercial data shows that home prices are in fact starting to fall and have been for a few months now. And as the Federal Reserve slows down the rate of rate increases, this is causing mortgage rates to decline, which in turn caused mortgage refinance demand to surge 6%. It should be noted that mortgage refinances are still down about 80% from their peaks, and applications to purchase a home also decreased 0.1% for the week. The average interest rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage decreased to 6.34% from 6.42%. And mortgage applications to purchase a home decreased 0.1% for the week and were down 36% for the year. So that was the economic data that moved the markets on Wednesday. Now we've got to talk about Tesla because this is interesting. Here's what Elon Musk had to say about Tesla shares dropping. Elon Musk tried to explain why Tesla shares were tanking, but his reasoning was not well received. Elon Musk tried to blame the sinking stock price partly on macroeconomic factors. Musk said in a tweet, as bank savings account interest rates, which are guaranteed, start to approach stock market returns, which are not guaranteed, people will increasingly move their money out of stocks and into cash, thus causing stocks to drop. Now, he's not entirely wrong here, but you do have to understand that interest rates on savings accounts are still running at about 4% on the high end, and the stock market still averages 8 to 10% per year. So it's still better to keep your money in the stock market in the long run. But certainly after this year's drop, there are quite a few people who are moving their money out of stocks and into cash and just waiting for this recession in 2023 to be over before they start buying stocks once again. Now, the problem with Elon Musk's attempted explanation about why Tesla shares are dropping is that Tesla stock has dropped more than other large automakers. Tesla shares are down 59% versus 26% for Ford, 12% for GM, and even the S&P 500 is only down 14%. The fact is, people see Twitter as a distraction for Elon Musk, and Elon Musk sold billions of dollars of his Tesla holdings in order to finance the Twitter deal, including a $3.6 billion sale earlier this month. And it isn't just the multiples on Tesla that are going down. Tesla has some serious fundamental issues that they're still working through. Tesla has been offering discounts and incentives to sell cars in China, which is going to hurt their profit margin. They're also fighting to make its new factories in Austin, Texas and Brandenburg, Germany efficient. On top of that, they're facing persistent supply chain challenges, which are hurting the entire auto industry. And on top of that, soaring energy prices in Europe have reduced the appeal of buying new vehicles. All of those factors are going to hurt Tesla's earnings, and those, amongst other challenges, led both Mizuho Securities as well as Evercore to reduce their Tesla price targets on Tuesday. So it's all bad news for Tesla stock, but what's really interesting is Elon Musk thinks that shares are going to continue to fall. Musk said on Twitter, "Data I'm seeing says we're already in a deflation, that is a recession. If true, the real rate of return of treasury bills is roughly that of the S&P 500. Very smart investor I spoke with today said he's shorting the S&P 500. In other words, Elon Musk is saying that it's better to invest in treasury bills and bonds rather than the stock market, and some very smart investors he knows thinks the stock market is going to continue to fall. Here's what's going on with Netflix. Netflix shares are now up 80% from their lows earlier this year. But with a PE ratio of 28, Netflix is now fundamentally overvalued. So will Netflix continue to rise, or will Netflix fall? Well, with any stock, there's always going to be some good news and some bad news. Something's pushing the stock up and something's pushing the stock down. I'm going to give you both right now. First, the bad news. Netflix shares dipped earlier this week as their first month of ad-supported subscription reportedly disappointed. A study showed that Netflix ad subscriptions accounted for just 9% of new signups. The results were so disappointing that Netflix let advertisers take their money back. This all seems terrible for Netflix, and you would expect Netflix to be falling like crazy right now. And from a fundamental standpoint, looking just at earnings, it probably should. But there's also some good news coming up on the horizon, which is causing Netflix shares to rise. And one of the biggest things that's causing Netflix shares to rise is the fact that early next year, Netflix is ending their password sharing. More than 100 million Netflix viewers now watch Netflix using passwords that they borrow, often from friends or family members. Netflix has said that it will put an end to that arrangement starting in 2023, asking people who share accounts to pay to do so. The company expects to begin rolling out this change in the US early in the year. With 100 million people now having to pay to watch Netflix, this could be a significant income boost to Netflix shares, which is why Netflix shares are rising at this time. But the biggest thing that nobody's talking about and is definitely not priced in is the fact that Microsoft might be buying Netflix. Owning Netflix would make strategic sense for Microsoft. The two companies are already closely aligned. Netflix chose Microsoft as its advertising partner for its new ad-based supported subscription service, and Microsoft President Brad Smith also sits on the Netflix board. Part of the rationale for a deal is that Microsoft wants to offer a video game streaming service over multiple devices. And with a market value 13 times that of Netflix, Microsoft can certainly afford to buy Netflix. Microsoft CEO Nadella has shown willingness to be a bold deal maker, and on that basis, it's easy to believe that Microsoft will set its sights on Netflix. Now, at this time, this is just a rumor. Nothing is actually set in stone. However, if Microsoft does buy Netflix, they are expected to do so at a 30% premium to the current share price of Netflix. Meaning, if you were to buy some perhaps Leaps call options on Netflix and just wait for an actual Microsoft Netflix deal to be officially announced, then you could potentially see a pretty big return. So just based upon that, it is one of the reasons why Netflix shares are rising, and they could still have another 30% upside if this Microsoft Netflix deal is officially announced. If a Microsoft Netflix deal does not go through, however, then the fundamentals would point to Netflix continuing to go down. And if you want to know how I plan to trade Netflix, as well as how I plan to make money as the overall market goes down, then make sure you come join our options coaching program, where I will teach you how to trade multi-leg options, which can make money whether the market goes up, down, or even trade sideways. If you want to learn how to trade options, then schedule a call with an onboarding specialist who will explain the whole program to you, answer all of your questions, and then you can see if this will be a good fit for you or not. You can schedule a call with an onboarding specialist at weprofitdayandnight.com. That's weprofitdayandnight.com. If you got a lot out of this video, then be a good friend and share this video with your friends and family so that they will know what's going on with Netflix as well. And make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And if you want more detailed insight into Tesla and my price prediction on Tesla, make sure you watch the last video that I uploaded here.